Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. Welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy all types of videos from makeup to books, then definitely make sure you guys have subscribed. Don't forget, if you enjoy this video, to give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and let's dive on into where I'm just going to be playing around and testing out some products that are new to me. They may not be new on the market, but these are products that I have recently got for one reason or another that I am just excited to test out. So what do we have to test out today? I had just gotten a Trendmood box. We have this Kapari Sun Shield Body Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I am kind of anxious to see what that's like. And then also from that same box is we have Thrive Cosmetics. We have one of their liquid liners. This is in the shade Lauren, I think, which is black. And then we have the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Lash Sculpt Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara that I am excited to try. I finally got in the mail. This was a whole debacle to get here, but the whole entire Resurgence collection that was in partneration with Heather Austin and Unearthly. Here is the little palette, which is super cute. It comes with a highlighter duo for deeper skin tones and lighter skin tones. And then we have this gloss as well. So we are definitely going to be going through, doing some swatches, creating a look together. So if you guys are excited to see what I think of these products, what look we create, then definitely keep on watching. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to get started really early. I'm just going to take this Kapari. I'm going to shake it up. I have not used this yet, but let's also do a little bit of a swatch. So, okay. It feels nice. And then, yeah, that provides quite a glow, but when I'm looking at it up close, it doesn't really seem like glitter sparkles. It just seems like it's really hydrated. When I touch it, it kind of has like a really slick feel. So it kind of feels like it almost might have some oil in it, which for me, I really like oil on my face. So I haven't put any oil on. So I'm just going to dab some oil on. I don't know if this is meant for your face or not. Okay. It doesn't say, because it says can be worn under makeup. So I'm going to assume you can apply this everywhere. And that's what I'm going to do. Right? No time to try that out than now. But I mean, my skin is going to be looking very healthy and very glowy. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start off doing some swatches before going into the eye look of the new Unearthly. So this is Beetle. This is a black matte that has some shimmery colors in here. You've got like pink, green, purple, blue, little glitter in here. And it doesn't really seem like it really wants to come off the glitter part. Whereas I know some blacks you can put on like the black matte that has shimmer in it and the shimmers will kind of fall away. This does not seem like that's going to be that type of product. The next one is going to be Creation. You can't really see quite the shift on camera, but this is like a brown to like a bluish green, and it's got like a little bit of some purple in there as well. Next up is going to be Cosmology. This is going to be a really deep blue. Then we have Scarab. This is, again, one you can't really tell. This is like a gray, dark gray, olive, and silver type of a shift to it, and some light brown in there as well. The next one you can't really see. This is going to be Cerumbus. This is like a really light, dusty rose. Next is going to be Regeneration. This is a really pretty highlighter type green. Then we have Jewel. This is also one, it has a lot of shift in it. This is a like bronze shade that has a little bit of like a pinky orange shift to it. Next is going to be Life. This is a white, and it has like just like a little bit of, it has some sparkle in it, not necessarily so much a shift. It's kind of like the black and the same as a matte, but it has some sparkle in it. Same as this, there's just some like light pink green sparkles in it. The next shade is going to be Solar Symbol. This right here is going to go from, this is going to be like a gold to a green to like a blue type of a shade. Then we have Ancient, which is a strawberry type of red. We have Transformation. This one is so pretty, and it does not, the camera does not do it justice. I want to see if maybe, do you see like there where it's like pink and like gray and purple and blue, And then but up here it's like super pink with like purple shifts in it. It's just so pretty no matter what way you look at it, what way you dice it. And then the last one's going to be Nymph, which is like a really pretty bubblegum pink. Then we're going to move right on into this little highlighter palette right here. So the first shade we have right here is Renewal. And this is going to be like a deep, it's got like some pink, some red, some green, some orange. And then for the one for the lighter skin tone, this is Rebirth. This is like an icy white that shifts like pink, a little bit of green, and some gold in there as well. And then finally, last up is going to be the lip gloss. This is Omen. This is just like a plain white lip gloss with some like really pretty sparkles in there. Again, it just kind of seems just like white kind of sparkles in there. It doesn't really seem like anything super colorful. Go ahead, let's dive on in. I'm going to dive on into the shade here. This is called that Cerambush shade, which is kind of like that dusty rose type of shade. And I'm just going to start that like out here in the outer corner portion and just kind of start stippling it on and then bringing it up as needed. And then this one is going to be a really light shade. So I would definitely focus on packing first. I forgot to zoom you in. So we're just going to keep packing that on there. Again, we're just going to start there and just slowly build up. I want this to be somewhat dark because the next shade we're going to go in with is going to be dark. So I would like for this one to be as well. This shade right here to be dark. Then I want to dive on into, let's try, we'll go into this shade. We'll try Cosmology. I'm just going to take that on the same brush. This is my Blend Bunny. Not sure what it's called. It just came with their new set. I'm going to start with putting a good portion of the product in the outer portion and then just work it over. Just like so. This is a really cute palette. It's just got a lot of colors going on at one time that I'm not for sure this palette's going to be user friendly for everyone. Especially if you're like me and can really struggle with trying to come up with like a color combination. So let me tell you, I can struggle with that. Last, I'm going to go into like a smaller brush, and I'm going to go into that shade Beetle. I know it's got like the glitter in it, but I think that'll be fine. Doesn't hurt to have a little pizzazz on the outer corner too. So now for like the glitter portion, I've glitter prime my eyes. I'm going to start with the shade right here called Scarab. And we're going to put that right in the center to outer portion. Just center and, no, center, yeah, center to outer portion. Why did I feel like that sounded not correct? Maybe it wasn't. And then I want for the rest of the lid, I'm going to go into the shade, I'm going to do Transformation, but maybe Creation might be better. Let's try Creation. We'll just marry them in the center and then focus that inward more. Ooh, that's pretty. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to try out this Lauren eyeliner from Thrive Cosmetics. Now what I will say about this is it didn't swatch the best in terms of drawing like a really nice pigmented black solid line, but the staying power of this was really good. So I'm hoping maybe the same will still be true today. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get started trying desperately to line my eyelids. Okay. Not bad. keep this out. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and we will test out the ABH Lash Sculpt Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. We are going to go ahead and we are just going to open this. Okay, it's a really tiny little wand applicator. Okay, so it feels really dry right off the bat. So if you don't like dry mascaras, I don't think you'll like this. But it seems to be doing okay. Doesn't provide the most length or volume. Especially with this claiming, those are the two things that it does, is length and volume. And I feel like I have better drugstore ones than this. I mean, that's what we're getting one coat wise. Like, I don't know. I just don't think it's just not a favorite, truthfully. But I'm then going to just coat my other eyelashes, and then I'm just going to finish off a good portion of the rest of my face, so then I can come back, do the highlighter, and finish off with a lip. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive on into the lower lash line. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with that very first shade that we went into. And I'm just going to start smoking that on the lower lash line. And we'll just go into that blue shade, Cosmology. Let's focus that a little bit closer to the lash line. And then finally we'll take a little bit of Beetle, that black shade, just right up close to it. And then for inner corner, I think I will go into Transformation for that. So I'm just gonna try to pick this up, see how well that goes. Okay. And for the highlighter portion, we are just going to go into the lightest shade that we can go into, because then the other one just won't work well. Yeah, no. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go into the shade, it's called Rebirth, and we're just going to start. I'm just going to stipple it on at first, make sure it doesn't get too crazy. Oh, it's really cute. It's really pretty. We are now ready to move into the last and final step, testing out some of these new products. That's going to be the lip gloss in the shade Omen. And we're just going to set that right there on top. Oh. Wow. Wow. That's really pretty. So this is the completed look, testing out some new products. So let's go over what I think of each of the products. So first of all, starting off with the lip gloss, I thought this was really, really pretty. It's really nice, really soft, has a good scent and flavoring to it. Next was going to be this Kapari. I don't think it's bad to use for your face, because I did, and I thought it left like such a glow. It was beautiful and out of this world. I was nervous that it was going to be really like shockingly glittery, but like it's not. I'm even gonna put just like a little bit on like, I don't know, my chest area, like just right in here, make it, you know, everything seem glassy down the neck and stuff. And it just feels kind of like a gel, like an oily gel. But whenever like the light hits it and stuff, it's more of like one of those like natural type glows. It's not super bright or have like a lot of like glitter specks within it. I think it's just really, really nice overall. Like, as you can tell on my hands, that there's not really like a lot of like glitter chunks. It's just from like that oiliness to it. So If you have super dry skin, I don't necessarily know if you're going to love this, but if you definitely want something that's going to be really glowy, but you don't want the extra sparkle in it, and you may just use it on like your body, you know, just to like go to the pool or whatever and catch like a little bit of that extra light and gleam, then this is definitely going to be the product for you. And then if you want something that has like a good shine to it, but also has a little bit of oil in it, maybe your skin's super dry like me, I think I actually will be able to use that for my face, for SPF and as a good primer, because this has gone really, really nicely underneath my makeup, and I'm perfectly happy with that. The next thing is going to be the eyeliner. The eyeliner is okay. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's my favorite. It definitely doesn't, it's kind of bumpy. It doesn't really go in like a smooth line. It's kind of bumpy. You have to go over it multiple times. It's not super dark or super opaque, you know. It's just it's an okay eyeliner, but I feel like for the price that it is, there's just better out there. Either like the Lollipop liner from Beauty Bakery, that's like $18. NYX has a good one that's even cheaper. So honestly, I think you could probably do without, unless you just really like Thrive Cosmetics. Will be the mascara from ABH. This was okay, and that's just that. It was okay. It was super dry, so it was really like pulling on my lashes. It felt really dry while going through my lashes. And in terms of lengthening and in terms of lengthening and volumizing, I just didn't really feel like it was anything super special. Honestly, my e.l.f. Big Mood mascara that comes in the purple tube, I like that exceptionally more than I like that mascara, and it is exceptionally much cheaper than that as well. So overall, that was just an okay product for me. Then we have the highlighter duo. I really like that there is one that's going to be in there that's going to be, if you are a deeper skin tone, you have one that's going to be a lighter skin tone. Again, these are really shifty highlighters. I'm not usually super into super shifty highlighters. I do like them occasionally. I will wear them. I do have them in my collection because I like them, but it's not necessarily my favorite thing. Right now, I like something that's like a little bit more champagne. I don't even want icy white. I just want something a little bit more champagne that'll just kind of looks more natural on the skin, and that's not something you're really going to get with those types of highlighters from Unearthly. But if you do like that, you like the intense, you like the shift, all of those, you can use them as eyeshadow as well, then I think that you will like those, and I think that it is a good highlighter duo. Last is going to be this palette. I thought that it was really fun. It's a really cute grungy kind of color story, but again, if you are someone like me, these have just like a lot of just like very different colors, different color combinations that don't necessarily have like a matching pair to it. So I was able to create this look, but if you're like me and just sometimes not having a companion shade or stuff that really kind of goes together instantly in your mind, this may not be the palette for you. I know it's kind of like the trend right now where it seems like a lot of indie brands are just kind of coming out with like wild rainbow palettes, or maybe it's just Unearthly because they did this with like their mystery boxes as well, where it just doesn't really make a lot of sense unless you're somebody doing like really like you're really good with colors, or you're doing like intricate type of things or a very specific eye look. I don't necessarily think this would be something for like the everyday person. A good, phenomenal brand. I absolutely love it. Those are all the products that we tested out. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what you guys think of these products. Have you bought any of these? Are these on any of these on your wish list? What do you guys think of the products that we tried today? Do you think any of them are worth picking up or not? Let me know all of that down below. Again, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, I absolutely invite you to do so. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.